Hey everyone, Miacidae here. Welcome back to Darkest Dungeon 2. So today the plan is to use our fancy new finger bomb. Toss this twitching monstrosity into a witch's brew that we may turn their power against them. So I guess we just have to find a cauldron. I don't know where I'm going to find a cauldron. I'm guessing it's at another barricade, but we will find out. So I'm just going to go wherever until I find one of those. Because it doesn't say it has to be used in any specific location. I have a list of things I want to upgrade first, and we'll get two things. So since we have the inn here upgraded from the previous time we were here, I got all the way down to veterans. What I'm gonna do right away is, and we actually have the gymnasium here as well, is I wanted to upgrade to combat items and then to more whiskey.
Shored up.
Well, maybe more whiskey. And then I wanted to upgrade to the stagecoach. Repair prices here are cheaper because we do need to repair our stagecoach. And then, yeah, well, because we have the in materials, we're going to get more whiskey. That way, I can repair for 8. I already equipped the embalmic and retort that we got from the Cherugian that we did in the last episode. Then we're going to go to the provisioner here. We have the Merchant's Guild seal, so everything is cheaper here. And I'm really hoping for something that lowers fatigue, if I'm being totally honest, and I'm not really seeing it, which is really unfortunate. I'm kind of tempted to get the Hoarder's Signal Decoder just for double the trinket selection. However, we're not gonna. Instead, why are these halved to from 1 to 1? Still don't know what this is. It's some kind of sigil, I think. And we're gonna get some whiskey here.
A bit of comfort on the road to damnation.
Just because people don't like each other. As you can see, 8 and 9. So I'm gonna get this relationship with Dismas up to 10. And then he can be up to, oh, maybe we can get friendly with Audrey again.
Something to ease the rigors of the road.
And then I was gonna get friendly with Dismas and Audrey. And then we were gonna go off. And then Boudica's just friendly with everyone, it seems. As long as we don't mess that up, it seems we're going to be good. Alright. So now, we got the repairs, we got the whiskey. I have these 10 mastery points that I'm going to spend here really quick. I have a list of things that I have wanted upgraded. So the first thing is Yop. So when Yop gets upgraded, stun when target is comboed, and it also gives 2 weakened tokens instead of 1. That's going to be big. That way they're doing a lot less damage to us. I also want to upgrade bleed out. This way it's doing 6 bleed for 3 turns instead of 4 bleed for 3 turns. Figured that was worth it. Also does a little more damage, but with how much winded she gets, the damage isn't the big thing, it's how much bleed does, because I'm using things like Yop, which gives her winded, and she starts with a winded because she's a carcass, things like that. Not really into the damage. I wanted to upgrade Smite because this gives Reynold 2 to 3 more max damage. I don't really intend on him having burning things. The only thing in this group that has burning is Zealous Accusation for now. Maybe later if I get the right trinkets I'll have burning, but he'll get Execution 2 if anything has burning, and De-Stress by 2 instead of 1 on Killing Blow. I then wanted to upgrade Duelist Advance because instead of 2 riposte he gets 3, and he gets a dodge. Also upgrades the crit and damage, which is nice. I want to upgrade Open Vein because bleed goes up by 1, and minuses the bleed resistance for 3 turns, on top of extra damage and crit. On Audrey, Dead of the Night, this on top of healing for more, and giving her another stealth token. It also de-stresses her by 1 every time she uses the Sun of Corpse. the back to Reynold here, I want to upgrade Battle Heal, because it upgrades the heal from 20 to 25, and every time he heals someone else, regardless of what his health is at, it'll heal him for 10%. Then Inspiring Cry, because regardless of what his stress is at, when he de-stresses someone else, it'll de-stress him by 1, and if he uses this on himself, he'll de-stress himself by 3. And then we have 2 left. Because of how I'm using him right now with the trinket, or not the trinket, the trophy we have, I was thinking of replacing Holy Lance with Reap. This way he has a AoE that gives him on killing blow strength token. So we'll get that and then upgrade it. And then that should be good, I think. It's a little unfortunate that we didn't get anything for de-stressing. I think actually what I could do is I have enough bandages for now, so I could take off the work table loom, grab the decoder signal, get extra hoarder scouting, and double the trinket scouting. So we could do that, and then I would have enough trinkets for the trinket or have enough baubles for the trinket I really want, and then I have relics for be able to pick up something else there. So maybe we do that.
Experimentation.
And then I'm gonna go up through the stagecoach, through the full tier here, banish the beast to this camp. Maybe we find something else.
Farms and fields of our kingdom, overrun with putrescence and rot.
Now, once again, it didn't tell me where the cauldron would be.
The rancid crop grows unchecked.
So I'm guessing it's going to be at one of these barricades. I'm going to go straight to the creature den.
Require careful deliberation.
And I believe Boudica has the finger bomb. Yeah, okay. Beyond that, do I need to replace anything?
Your collection can wait. Press onward.
We're gonna put the bandages on just so I can heal bleeding just in case for the creature den. Alright, so we're gonna do flashing daggers. Get them blighted. Got 1. Gonna yop to put the double weak token on them.
Large.
And reap. Got the strength token since we crit 1 down.
Are encouraging.
Gonna duelist advance the widow.
A deliberate and methodical appliance of harm.
We are going to get the corpse down. Get rid of these. Actually, you know what? I can get rid of this corpse, and then I can reap them. And that be that.
Straightforward and effective.
Minor hail drought. I thought I had one of those, but it might be the regular hail drought I have on Barristan. Audrey's jokes ain't half bad. Aren't they all about grave digging? Evil's not even fit to be tanned as furs. Advance together, hold the flanks. Get them comboed. All puppers. Alright, so let's blight him down.
The enemy weakens and wanes.
If I bleed this one... Darn. At least they're not going to move us out of place. I'm going to try for Reap. If I hit that one, it went down, then I get the Strength token. And then we're going to Duelist Advance, hit the one in row 2. That's another one down. And yay, positive relationship there. Dead of the Night. Get Corpse down. Try for the Rabid Gnasher there. At least not getting another dodge.
The work continues.
Open Vein.
Empowered. Emboldened.
Gonna toe-to-toe for the taunts. It goes down to bleed if it goes first, which it doesn't.
One less obstacle in our path.
Well, Reap gets rid of the dodge or the block pluses. At least there's that. Because Slugger, we got them stunned. I'm gonna Grape Shot to get the bleed resistance down. Now let's just Open Vein on them. And then bleed out. So bleeding for 10. Flashing Daggers, get them blighted. Open Vein on... Actually, you know what? Screw it, let's just Execution this one.
Messy, but effective.
And then we can go on this at Carrion Devourer. I'm hoping they don't Necrophagia. Adrenaline Rush, healing up. Getting rid of the corpse. Bleed out. He bleeds out then. Open Vein. Then that one goes down. He bleeds out. So just this one left who might eat? Nope. Okay. So I'm gonna bring him in closer. I'm really surprised he didn't devour a corpse. Which is gonna be his loss. But that's creature done down, that's my reward. Kill contract fulfilled, 2 mastery points, another 2, and all diseases removed once I get there, so that's going to be 4 mastery points. I'm really tempted to go back to the inn I was at, just so I don't have to spend more to, upgrade places. I'm gonna go up the left here. So I know... Oh, that gives me the barricade, and I think that might be what I'm looking for.
There is danger on this path.
I mean, really? I'm not sure what this is, but that's another chance at more trinkets, stuff like that. And the in materials, which I obviously want at this point. Fight, fight, leave. Or in the jaws of death. Alright, so yapping. Get the double weak on that butcher. Flashing daggers, maybe we blight. At least we got the butcher. Gonna reap, because if we crit, that's awesome damage, and if not, well, it's AoE. And then I don't really need to duelist advance, do I? 'Cause he's probably going to use his turn eating one of them. So let's open vein on the butcher. He probably loses everything to dots. And then we toe-to-toe to get our taunts back because we got that extra action. I reap, he goes down, corpse down, he moves forward, we get strength token. Get rid of corpse so he can't use it. Bleed out. Open vein. Bleed out again. Bleeding for 16. Flashing. Yeah, we'll just do flashing. So he's at armor break. We can do execution and he's down.
Persistence will overcome even the greatest of threats.
And protect rate. Main thing I wanted there was the in materials, but. Alright, next up is Faceless Facsimile. After the barricade. Which may be what we needed. We'll see. Nope. You know, maybe I need to go to a inn that's under siege. That would make more sense. Because otherwise I don't know how I'm going to get a Caldron. That burn hurts. Really, with dodge plus, he still hit.
The fiend's strength dwindles. Steady yourself.
Well, that's that for you. That riposte, man. Right, well, we can get the fire mouth, that's for sure. Let's heal Boudica.
This wound, at least, has...
I couldn't even heal you, Dismas. What are you complaining about? And that's that.
Scavenge what you can.
Yeah, more in materials.
Once more.
And then the facsimile before a campsite. You know, have I even made something I can use for... Nope. Let me at it. What could go wrong? And I get a buff or a trinket. Let's go for the buff. I've not seen this. And he gets the yips for it. But the buff... For 2 regions... Oh no. Okay, so I think this is what he gets for 3 regions. No, that's also from something else. I don't think we actually got a buff, did we? Because that's what Slugger already did, I thought. I'm not sure what got buffed, but okay. There we go. That's what I wanted to get.
A trek into the wild country.
I think you're the only person who can become more fatigued, Audrey.
Let us face the coming cruelties undaunted.
Additional food scavenged at camps. There's a siege over at
The raiding party has struck.
corner there. I think that's what I'm gonna have to do, is just go to Alpenglow and try to break the siege and hope there's a pot there. They changed this. Okay. So I can just put trinkets on anyone from anywhere now? No, I can't. Okay. Like, can I really do that? But from the in-storage, I could. Gotcha. Alright, so from the... Oh, that's them leveling their relationship out. Gotcha. Use that knotted tug rope. Boudica can eat the steak and... We'll save the steak and spuds. We'll eat some apples and cheese. But I want these invigorating intoxicants because that can heal fatigue now. So we're definitely going to be using that. And continue on.
Hardships be damned.
Go to the Smoldering Pyre, upgrade that place. Go to Alpenglow, break that siege, and I don't know how to break this, or like where to use this, because I obviously need to use this. I just don't know where the
The tainted crop continues to spread its
thing would be.
of rot and pestilence. While the heart still beats, desire will never die.
So, Poison Dart remove Bleed, Blight, Burn, and Smite just heals Audrey. That's amazing.
The rancid crop grows unchecked and abhorrent.
But I know I should be going to the barricade. Probably check for those cauldrons, but I really want to go to the hoarder. I'm not sure what's 65 divided by... I wouldn't have enough. I think I would need 52. Unless it's 60 instead of 65 for the thing I want. But I can still check. So let's check the hoarder, because he might have the one item I really want that, if things go to hell, could save my run. Also heal 10% fatigue.
He struggles to decide what is real, holding back fits of laughter and tears.
Also, the wild tea would be helpful. I really want to know what these are. Do you smell lavender? I thought for a moment. An impression, a vague feeling. Hungry, don't know why. So is nothing for... Yeah, it's 52 for the big things that I want. Which she has the thrilling tablet that I wanted. And I need 2 more. So, If you saw my last set of videos, this is the thing I really wanted that would have saved the run. Possibly if I would have had the Thrilling Tablet plus 100% damage per missing ally, plus 100% max health per missing ally. If Baldwin would have had that, I might have been able to pull a run out of my butt. And I just have to hope he has it next time I see him. Because it's going to be 52. Gotcha. So I really want to put that on Boudica and have her along with the Reverberating Redoubt, which I already have. And I think we're going to be golden. I'm tempted to get the stew pot, but eh. Alright. To the resistance to a barricade.
Options require careful deliberation.
And maybe, just maybe, we find what I'm looking for. Gonna put that on you. And you have the bandages, but we can put another one on you. Okay. Actually, no, that was the thing for the camp. Okay. I was gonna say I have another thing for the actual fatigue, but that was a camp item that I got. Oy vey. I need the in items and I need the baubles, so there's blood to spill. Alright, flashing daggers. Got the butcher at least. Yup, putting the weaken on him. She can't hit row 1, that's right. Advance just in case they hit Dismas. Gonna get that off of Dismas and then we'll reap. Okay, 3 and 5, so let's grape shot, take out butcher, make it so this butcher is easier to take out.
In crisis, we can rely only upon each other.
Thrown dagger, she probably goes down. Then just bleed out, try to take out corpse. Alright. Now we just need her down, so let's go for the blight. Bring her in closer. And pop.
They falter, so press your advance.
Mastery point in items. Don't really need the bouncer belt, but we'll take it for now. And on we go. And there's another resistance encounter, which I do actually kind of need at this point in time, so that's nice. And we'll see what this is.
Lost souls of a dying world.
Yeah, I'm guessing I have to break a siege.
And humanity.
It just doesn't say it. So flashing, get them blighted. She goes down on her next turn, so I'm not going to bother with her, but we will open vein on him. Ooh, really? That is minus bleed resistance on him now. Boudica will opt to get him weaker. Gonna battle heal Reynold. Throw in dagger. Actually, let's blight the one in the back.
A slow dissection. An unavoidable end.
Open vein again, get him bleeding. Bleed out. Taking 13 around. All right. Taking her out, she goes down to dots. He goes down on his turn, or we can just execute him. And that's that. Okay. I mean, the sacrificial host has its uses. Okay. Let's use these up. Actually, not going to an inn, right? I am going to an inn, but it's not under siege, so I'm not going to use the stuff there. Strike them before they see us coming. Get the strength, get the speed. Ooh, dinner cart. Flash and daggers. Got neither of them. Wow. Yop them. Let's definitely want them weaker for now. We're going to reap. Yeah, that's probably the better deal to hit them both there. Open vein on one of them if we don't get them, which we did. We would have bled them. Thankfully, we got the taunt. All right. Then, yeah, let's Pouch of Lie this. That way he comes forward, we can hit him. I'm gonna open vein on him. Reaping again. Got the strength token, that's awesome.
Victory supposes strategy.
Probably not gonna blight him, but we can heal Boudica there. And then we can throw in dagger. Ah, heck. Alright, well, toe-to-toe for the taunt. Can try to get the crit, but that's not going to happen. Alright. Reaping to get rid of corpses. And down you go, sir. And reverberating redoubt got him.
An inkling of potency still lingers in some of these well-worn relics.
Now that corrupting cleaver could be really good for the light piercing on Audrey here. So all I'm using is a greater cleansing for now. Then we can get rid of the minor protectorate and the bouncer belt because I'm not gonna be using them. Oh, Boudica, be nice. Alright, let's use some of our items and then see what we can do.
Humbled by exposure and neglect, this ramshackle inn is a welcome sight, nevertheless.
I'm not the biggest fan of aesthetic, but we got a lot of mastery points here.
Let us face the coming cruelties undaunted.
So the only thing that's making me think that I can still do this quest is the fact that it doesn't tell me that I need to be at a certain escalation. So yeah, I'm still gonna head to Alpenglow and hope that's the case here. Five, 10, 20, 30. So it's gonna be most of my stuff just to upgrade this in, but that's gonna be worth it.
Incursion. For tonight, at least.
I'm gonna get the thing to master hero skills here,
Without
and
tail,
we can spend
there can be no tooth.
what I can to upgrade here. Because there's still a few things to upgrade, like getting Wicked Slice, that 2 minimum, 1 maximum upgrade with a little bit of crit, because Wicked Slice having the execution is awesome. Grape Shot being upgraded would have its uses. Oh, Throw and Dagger and Poison Dart. Rakish Revelry for the stress when I need it. I don't know, I'm tempted for Zealous Accusation, but I'm also like, should I even? So maybe I just keep those points. Then Nightshade Concoction, heal 10% fatigue. Let's go Reynald with this. In storage, we're gonna pop some of the trinkets in here, I think. Whittling tools on Boudica.
Planning and mindfulness, as vital to survival as sharp and...
I'm gonna keep the armor like that for now.
Conventional fare, but fairly priced.
Once again, I don't see anything for fatigue. Probably get the whiskey flasks. Dismas and Boudica, just so they don't hate each other, because towing that line.
What fresh provocation will the day bring?
I think the plan is to go to Alpenglow. Once I get there, if I don't encounter a pot that I can throw that in, I'm just going to wait until the escalation and get some fatigue down on everyone, because it's getting nasty.
Blinding snow, biting winds, and lurking in the furor, Oblivion's spawn.
Alright, the Tundra. I do see the Cherugian. Might be nice to go fight him. There's a thing in the corner again. There's just a bunch of hazards, which is unfortunate. So yeah, let's go to the unknown, to the Cherugian, to the thing in the corner. Maybe I get a better quirk. So the fights here are nasty, and I don't see the lair. What's the relationship here with Reynold? I would really like to do this fight just to get the stuff. So I know that minuses everything, but we'll do it. As long as we don't fight a certain someone, I think it's doable. We'll minus the horror there just because that could get nasty and out of hand quick. We'll reap to get the blocks off of them. I'm gonna flashing daggers to hopefully get blight on them.
The enemy weakens and wanes.
And then we yop these two because they can get crit fairly easily. Then I duelist advance, hitting him. He blights out. You know, didn't Carcass... Okay, it's when she's crit, not when stressed. But heal 0 to 2 stress when crit, so that's a thing.
This wound, at least, has been tended to.
I'm gonna poison dart the cherub there. Hopefully that works.
Measured and steady.
Gonna go for the reap again, hitting both of them.
Cunning. You may outwit them yet.
And then I can probably execute Evangelist B there. Gonna adrenaline rush for the heal. Got the greater dodge on Reynold. We're gonna bleed out. Man, that resist. Cherub goes down if I don't touch it, so we can go all in on Evangelist. But then I can execute. Yeah. And then just Cherub left who goes down.
The smallest variable can make all the difference.
Mastery point. Dark Impulse for blight resistance, which is nice. And to the table. And before we do that, I'm going to put more bandages on. I'm going to put Mineral Rich on. I'm going to put the Pouch of Lie on. Actually, I probably don't need the finger bomb either. So maybe we put this on her as well. And watch me need it for some reason in this fight now. Ooh, a ghoul. Screw that thing in particular. Yeah, I think... So Flashing Daggers has a higher minimum and a higher crit. While Poison Dart does a higher maximum, lower minimum, and more blight. So we'll do Poison Dart.
The fiend's strength dwindles.
But I want the ghoul down most. We'll reap so we hit both the patient and the ghoul. Do they have much of a bleeding resistance? They do not. So for now, I'm going to duelist advance, get the riposte as a just in case something hits him, and get the dodge. But then we're going to go all in on bleeding the ghoul. Well, I guess that worked out. And then we're gonna toe-to-toe hit the ghoul. That puts him at death's door. And poison dart the patient. Because ghoul already goes down.
And wanes.
I reap. We get the strength token. Heal stress. Thank you. Get stress down. Adrenaline rush. Extra turn. Bleed out on urchin. And then urchin goes down. And we have this. So flashing daggers get them both bladed.
A slow dissection. An unavoidable end.
Getting the horror off, getting some stress down. Then we're going to weaken both the patients because one of them has the crit. It resisted. That's not great.
Hold fast.
At least we de-stressed for what it crit us for in stress. We can get her stress down, heal her. Then open vein. Well, crit got that one. Bring them in closer. Then smite. Actually, let's just reap and get the strength token back. And do a little damage to the patient. Then we can bleed out on the patient, getting it bleeding. It resisted, but that's fine. We got rid of our weak token at least. I was hoping to crit the patient there, but it has 3 health left. Patient goes bye-bye. Corpses are gone. And I don't want to do dot damage to him, so we'll just do what we can here. That means, oh, shoot. Well, healing her. I guess I have to do some dot damage to him, because I can't hit him with Thrown Dagger. I can do Smite. And Wicked Slice. He is stunned, so that's a huge bonus. He's not going to attack me. And then we can... Yeah, let's toe-to-toe for the taunt back. There we go. That's armor break. It's gonna heal for a tad, but then I got execution on him.
A righteous action. Though unpleasant in the extreme.
Hey, leeches to remove disease. We got the skull cap.
And necessary.
So that has some nice uses to it. We got another Physician's Guild seal, so that's more mastery points heading to us in a compress kit, which has some nice uses to it once again. Do you think I gotta get rid of some items here? Maybe not. I can stack this up, getting rid of that. I can throw the finger bomb on Reynolds because I don't know when I'm gonna use it. And we can throw the bandages there on Audrey. Okay, cool.
A simple choice. At least it should.
Yeah, thing in the corner. And once we get there, Bear is scratching at me to try to to get food, so I'm gonna go do that. I thought that was gonna be something else, and I was like, oh, no, that's minus armor. Okay. Alright, so germophobic, it's filthy, I won't go near it. Or let it loose on its captors. It's the civil thing. Now, I wasn't going for the trinket, I was going for the quirk, but sure.
Amidst the spoils, an artifact of unparalleled power.
Random ally, when healed, add positive token. On resolute, add 2 positive tokens. We'll take it. Because bulwark band, screw it. Actually,
All that matters is the flickering torch you bear.
okay, Spike Skullcap can go on Reynold. Then heart-shaped padlock. Yeah, I'm not sure how this is, if this means when Dismas is healed, but we'll probably make use of that. And if the flame is less than 50, which it is going to be a lot of the time, and we're making use of that stress, or the flame, plus 40% damage, and we're like de-stressing ourselves pretty easily, that's going to be helpful. Now, once again, Bear's begging me to go bring her to food, so I'll be right back. So back in business, let's double check everything here. So I'm kind of tempted to put the bone saw on Reynold just because. Apply on crit there. And then we can move this to Boudica for the first turn. Yeah, let's do that. Okay. And then campfire. I really do think I have to go to a beach for this, because I'm not finding a
These crumbling ruins may yet have some shelter to offer.
all in treasures last an additional 3 days. I'm not finding a okay, Caldron here. So yeah. Okay, Black Cat's Talent. Let's do this. Yeah, I can't transfer that to them. Okay, well, defend. And there's the Cauldron.
A single hero can make the critical difference.
So that makes sense. Baldwin is not blinded, so I don't have to mark for death for him yet. So instead, let's just go for damage. Add 1 stealth with Cauldron bubble. Alright, well, unfortunate. And then we got the blind. If we... yeah, we gotta go for her. Resisted the blight. Gotta save Hearthlight for when they do stealth. So let's Firefly her for now.
The fiend
Got the burn.
dwindles.
Hold fast, for who knows what lurks in the beyond.
Yikes. Okay. Well, move for now, because I can't do anything else.
Steady yourself.
Can at least hit her.
A miscalculation,
Or try.
perhaps.
Hit the Cauldron. Mark for Baldwin. Probably actually should have just taken her out, but that's fine. He's gonna heal.
A righteous action.
Baldwin can go swinging. Healing self.
Relief comes rarely in these times. Savor it.
Yeah, shuffle for now. Hit the cauldron.
Malaise.
At least we got it burned for now. So that's something. They do not like Baldwin there. Alright, well. We can pull you and mark you for Baldwin. Or not. Can try. Nope. Keep going at that cauldron.
Incremental. But deadly all the same.
Faster, get rid of the corpse. Got her bladed, she goes down.
A deliberate and methodical appliance of harm.
Go at Cauldron. Cauldron's burning for 9, it goes down. Festering corpse. Eight to 13. And that's the fight. Okay, at least I can rest, right?
Easily resolved.
Mastery point for that somehow. Now there's a siege right up there. Right where I came from.
Our throat.
Now Alpenglow can defend itself. I think Smoldering Pyre can too. Okay, so what we're gonna do. We're gonna go straight back up to the Smoldering Pyre.
The last remnants of the great dissolution.
And we're gonna make it a quick run.
To these icy peaks.
My time in the desert on Audrey. And hopefully we get to use some of this stuff. All right. Let's go. Actually, do apples and cheese on these two for now. And then we'll go. So I have the item I need to progress the quest. It just needs to appear at a sieged inn. Yeah? And I can rely on the veterans at the other place. How many of everything do I have? I have 64, 14. So it would really benefit me to go to the resistance encounters here. Let's get that altar. Duelist advance just in case anything wants to hit Dismas. Guess we didn't get to do anything for that. We're gonna yop these two so they get 2 weeks. Gonna try to blight these two. Because screw the altar.
Measured and steady.
Because of our extra one here, we're going to try to bleed out on Evangelist A. which we got. B goes. Lovely bleeds. We've got another token here. Let's get our taunts back. And then we'll reap so we can hit both of them getting the block off, I think. Yeah. And then I think we're good. So it's flashing daggers again. That's 8 blight, 8 health.
To the next.
By open vein here, they drop to death's door on their turn. Very nice. So we'll smite the evangelist that's left.
A breakthrough.
It drops to bleed. Or yeah, let's bleed out. Just cherub left. Gonna use some bandages, heal up, poison dart. Probably should have dead in the night, but that's fine. We're gonna get rid of some of these corpses here. Bring it into the front. Bleed out. And it goes down to dots.
The fiend's strength dwindles. In this world,
All right,
is work
in materials,
without purpose.
what we need. Just keep going. Can I refresh these really quick? Actually, cannot. But maybe I use the Laudanum. I really don't want to give up the fight or the stress. But I would rather not have the relationship down on 2 people. And we resisted the stress, so there we go. Barricade fight, then we can go to the 2 assistance encounters. Unless we scout this and it's better somehow. Alright, so flashing daggers getting blighted. Love that start. Actually just gonna bleed out on him. Gonna reap for the AoE.
Victory supposes strategy. Press on.
Grape shot, because if I hit the altar, it goes down to blight. We're gonna go at the cherub. Oh, at least the dodge is gone. Gonna go at the cherubim back.
A slow dissection. And
Now I don't really have to worry about it. Reap. Now they move forward.
However,
Lead takes out
can be brought to heel.
the evangelist. So I toe to toe. We get our taunts back. I was kind of hoping that would take off the block, but it didn't. That cherub goes on next turn. This one goes on next turn. Or I could just flashing daggers. Yeah, that's not gonna do what I want, so at least we got rid of the dodge. And down this one goes. And down Evangelist goes.
In this weighty gloom, a spark.
Now that's a decent Dark Impulse. The minus bleed resistance. I'm not sure who I would put it on at this point in time. But it's decent to have along. Especially considering some of the trinkets I would really like to have. Plus flame, plus in item. That might be
Scavenge what you can.
not what I wanted, but it's whiskey,
Off once
so
more.
it's handy. I was hoping for the fatigue stuff. We'll go to the assistance encounter since this is what everyone wanted and I didn't scout this. It's a little de-stressing, so. Alrighty. And Desperate Few. Stagecoach item for Flame. Or Repair and Flame. Let's get the Stagecoach item, see what it is. If it's not helpful, well, whatever. That, I don't think I'll be equipping it, but if I ever need Creature Den or Oasis Scouting, I have it. Just for, you know, the module. Might be a reason I need to go to a Creature Den or a Oasis. I don't know, so it's handy, but I don't see myself equipping it in the near future. Man, that Orphan Wolf Cub is. I had to make sure this was equipped. We are gonna throw this on while I'm at it, and then I'm gonna put the healing salve. You know what? Actually, no, because of the Grim Mask, I'm gonna leave the flame as is. But we will have the healing salves on, yeah. No, let's go for the chalk dust so they can't stealth. There we go.
Yeomanry fight harder alongside leaders they admire.
Toil and trouble. How does the rest of that go? I can't remember it, but anywho. Duelist Advance. Let's see how you like this. Give me my riposts. Finger Bomb. Ignores dodge, stealth. Thank you for ignoring the taunt. Thank you for that. Boom. I don't think y'all like that. Okay, they burned, and I got a boiled head out of that. Yup. Get rid of that dodge. Oh, and screw your stealth.
Weaken them.
Cannot gain stealth for 2 rounds.
Work.
Gonna poison dart the witch. Or not the witch, the decadent. They are a witch, though. Then we're gonna reap. Which, decadent goes down to the dot, so all I need is the custode. So, open vein. Poison dart.
The smallest variable can make all the difference.
And, I think Smite's gonna do my job because of dot. Bye-bye. See you later. That was fun. Quest continues. Boiled head is a pet, excuse me? Cantankerous reanimate, excuse me? They reanimated a head? Will let us traffic in Cursed relic. Secure ensorcered currency from the most powerful foes in the realm. Must be in escalation 2 or higher to progress. Okay, so this is where I can just sit and let people rest for a little while.
And a sound sleep. Tonic for the weary soul.
Got amateur armor smith on Audrey.
Each day brings new obstacles and new opportunities.
So plus creature dens layers and chirurgeon tables in the foe tier. But what I'm gonna do until they escalate day 15 is I'm just gonna let people rest. That's gonna be my plan. But since this episode's getting a little long, that's gonna be the goal for next time. Is we're just gonna rest until day 15, and then go straight into the thing.
Improvement, a new variable in the equation of your fate.
So I think what we're gonna do is we'll obviously do like the repairs. I have some in materials here. So I'm gonna have to do the apprentice Wainwright. I'm gonna have to do the journeyman Wainwright here. Then I'm gonna have to do the caged mounts. And then we're gonna have to equip him, and then we'll just wait here, recover the fatigue, and see what we can do. And then that'll be the plan. I'm gonna buy as much like whiskey, things like that I can while I'm here, because obviously the invigorating intoxicants here as well, that's gonna help with fatigue as well. Stock up on stuff like that, and we'll go from there, and hope that helps. So that'll be it for this time. As always, wish you all well. I'll see you next time, and please have a good one.